Hello, and welcome to the Real Talk English podcast. I'm really happy that you're here with me today. Whether this is your first time listening or you've joined me before, thank you so much for spending your time with this podcast. I know you want to improve your English, and I'm here to help you do that in a way that's simple, clear, and real. This podcast is for English learners who want to practice their listening, learn useful words, and build confidence when speaking. Each episode is made to be easy to understand, so you don't feel lost or confused. We use natural English, but I speak slowly and clearly to help you follow along. This is a great way to learn English by listening to real conversations and useful topics. Today, we are going to talk about something very helpful. Easy ways to improve your English at home. Many learners think they need to travel to another country or join a class to learn English well. But that's not true. You can make great progress even from your own home. You don't need a teacher every time, and you don't need to go anywhere special. You just need the right ideas and a little time every day. In this episode, I will share some simple ways you can improve your listening, speaking, reading, and vocabulary at home. These tips are easy to follow, and you can start using them today. You don't need expensive tools or big books. Just your phone, a notebook, or maybe your favorite song or TV show can help you grow your English skills. So, get comfortable, and let's start this journey together. By the end of this episode, you'll have new ideas to use at home to become a better English speaker. Let's begin. Why learning at home is powerful. Let's talk about something important. Why learning English at home really works. Many learners think they need to go to a school or take expensive classes to improve their English. Some believe they can't learn without a teacher or a classroom. But actually, that's not true. You can learn so much English right at home, and in many ways, learning at home is even better than a classroom. First of all, when you learn at home, you are in a comfortable place. You don't need to travel, dress up, or feel nervous in front of other people. You can sit in your favorite chair, drink tea or coffee, and learn in a calm and relaxed way. When your body feels comfortable, your mind feels more open, and it's easier to focus and remember new things. This makes learning more enjoyable and less stressful. Another reason learning at home is great is because it's free. You don't have to pay for a course or buy many books. There are so many free resources online, like podcasts, videos, websites, and apps. You can listen, read, and practice speaking without spending money. All you need is your phone, a computer, or even just a notebook and a pen. This means anyone can start learning English from home, no matter their budget. Learning at home is also very flexible. You can choose when to study: morning, afternoon, or night. If you are busy with work or family, that's okay. Even if you only have 10 or 15 minutes, you can still use that time to improve your English. At home, you are in control. You can decide what you want to learn and how fast you want to go. If something is difficult, you can pause, go back, and try again. If something is easy, you can move on quickly. This kind of freedom helps you learn in a way that's best for you. Also, remember this: you don't need a teacher every time you study. Teachers are helpful, but you can also learn by yourself. You can listen to English, read stories, write about your day, or talk to yourself in English. All of these things help you build your skills. And when you learn alone, you also build confidence. You learn to trust yourself and your learning process. This is a powerful feeling. Most of all, I want to tell you something important. You can do this. Yes, really. You can learn English. Even if it feels slow, even if you make mistakes, you are still learning. Every small step matters. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every time you listen to English, it helps you move forward. Don't wait for the perfect time or the perfect teacher. Start with what you have and keep going. Learning English at home gives you the chance to grow, to learn at your own speed, and to enjoy the process. You don't need anything special, just your time, your interest, and a little practice each day. You are already doing something amazing by listening to this podcast, so keep going. You're already on the right path. In the next part, I'll share some fun and easy ways to improve your listening skills at home. So stay with me. We're just getting started. Easy ways to improve listening skills. Now, let's talk about how you can improve your English listening skills at home. Listening is one of the most important parts of learning a language. If you listen more, you understand more. And when you understand more, speaking also becomes easier. So, how can you practice listening in a fun and simple way at home? The first way is to listen to English podcasts, just like this one. Podcasts are a great tool because you can listen while doing other things like walking, cooking, or cleaning. You don't need to look at a screen. You can just listen and let the language enter your ears. Try to find podcasts that are made for English learners or ones that speak a little slower. You don't have to understand every word. Just try to catch the main idea. And over time, your brain will start to recognize more and more. Another fun and helpful method is to watch English documentaries or TV shows with subtitles. This helps you hear real English and also see the words on the screen. Subtitles in English are very useful because you can read and listen at the same time. If you hear a new word, you can pause the video and write it down. If something is too fast, you can go back and listen again. Try to choose shows that match your level and topics that you enjoy. This makes learning more interesting and easier to remember. One of the best ways to train your ears and your mouth is to repeat what you hear. This is called shadowing. You listen to a short sentence or phrase, then pause, and try to repeat it exactly the same way. Try to copy the rhythm, the tone, and the pronunciation. At first, this can feel a bit strange, but it really works. This activity helps your ears get used to the sound of English and also improves your speaking and pronunciation. So remember, listening is a skill that gets better with practice. Podcasts, shows with subtitles, and repeating what you hear are all simple and powerful ways to improve. Try to do a little listening every day. Even 10 minutes is great. Keep going, and you will see your listening get stronger and stronger. Easy ways to practice. Speaking at home. Now, let's talk about how you can practice speaking English right at home. Many learners feel nervous about speaking because they don't have someone to talk to. But the good news is you don't need to wait for a classroom or a teacher. You can practice speaking English alone. And there are easy ways to do this every day. One simple method is to talk to yourself in English. It may sound strange, but it really helps. When you speak out loud, your mouth and brain start to get used to English sounds and sentences. You can talk about your day, what you want to do, or describe things around you. For example, you can say, "Today I am going to cook dinner," or "The weather is nice." This practice makes speaking easier because you get used to forming sentences in English. Another great way to improve your speaking is to record your voice and then listen to it. You can use your phone or computer to do this. Try to say a few sentences or read a short paragraph out loud. Then, listen to your recording carefully. This helps you notice how you pronounce words and if your sentences sound natural. Don't worry if you make mistakes. It's normal. The important thing is to practice and try to improve little by little. Recording yourself is a good way to see your progress over time. One of my favorite techniques is called shadowing. This means you listen to a sentence from a podcast, video, or audio, and then immediately repeat it exactly how the speaker says it. Try to copy their pronunciation, tone, and speed. Shadowing helps you speak more naturally and confidently. It also trains your mouth and brain to work together in English. At first, shadowing can be hard, but if you practice a little every day, you will notice big improvements. If you want to practice speaking with others, you can use language exchange apps or find online speaking partners. There are many free apps where you can talk with people from different countries who want to learn your language, and you help them learn English in return. This way, you get real conversations and you can practice what you learn at home. Speaking with others also helps you learn new words and understand different accents. It's a fun way to practice without leaving your home. Remember, the key to improving your speaking is practice and confidence. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because mistakes are part of learning. Try to speak a little every day. Use these easy methods. Talk to yourself, record your voice, shadow native speakers, and find language partners online. Step by step, your speaking will get better and better. Keep practicing, and soon, you will feel more confident and comfortable speaking English at home or anywhere you go. Easy ways to practice reading. Now, let's move on to reading. Another important skill for learning English at home. Reading helps you understand new words, learn grammar naturally, and see how sentences are made. The good news is, reading can be fun and easy, especially if you choose the right materials. Here are some simple ways you can practice reading English every day. One great way to start is by reading short English stories or news articles. Short stories are perfect because they have simple language and clear ideas. You don't have to read long books right away. Even a story with a few paragraphs is enough to help you learn. News articles are also good because they give you real information about the world. You can find easy news for learners on websites like News in Levels or BBC Learning English. When you read, try to understand the main idea first. Don't worry if you don't know every word. Guess the meaning from the sentence or write new words in a notebook to study later. Another way to enjoy reading is by choosing blogs or websites about topics you like. Do you love sports, cooking, travel, or music? Find websites or blogs with articles about your favorite hobbies. When you read something interesting, it's easier to stay focused and remember new words. Also, reading about what you enjoy makes learning English feel less like work and more like fun. You can even join online forums or comment sections where people write about your favorite subjects. This helps you read real English and learn how people write online. If you want help with your reading, try using apps like Duolingo Stories or Graded Readers for B1 level learners. Graded readers are books written with easy language for different learning levels. They are designed to help you understand stories without feeling overwhelmed. Duolingo Stories also give you short, simple stories with audio and questions. These tools give you practice and build your confidence step by step. Using apps makes reading easy and fun, and you can practice anytime you want. One important tip for reading practice is to read out loud. When you read aloud, You don't just practice reading, you also improve your speaking and pronunciation. Reading out loud helps your mouth get used to English sounds, and it makes your brain connect words and sounds better. You can read a few sentences every day, or even read a story aloud to yourself or to someone else. Don't worry about mistakes. The more you practice, the better you get. Remember, reading every day, even a little bit, helps you improve your English faster. Choose easy and interesting materials, read with focus, and try reading out loud to practice speaking at the same time. By doing this, your vocabulary will grow, your understanding will get stronger, and your English will become more natural. Keep enjoying your reading practice, and soon you'll notice how much easier English feels. Easy ways to learn and remember vocabulary. Now, let's talk about learning and remembering new vocabulary. Vocabulary means all the words you know in English. The more words you know, the easier it is to understand, speak, read, and write. But many learners find it hard to remember new words. Don't worry. I will share some easy ways to help you learn and keep new words in your memory. First, try to learn just 5 to 10 new words every day. This is a small, simple goal that doesn't take much time, but it really works. You can choose words from the things you listen to or read, or words you find useful for daily life. Learning a few words every day means you won't feel overwhelmed, and after a month, you will have learned a lot of new words, 150 to 300. Small steps make a big difference. One very helpful tool for vocabulary learning is flashcards. You can make your own flashcards with paper or use free apps like Anki. On one side of the card, write the English word. On the other side, write the meaning in your language or an example sentence. Every day, review your flashcards by looking at the word and trying to remember the meaning. If you get it right, put the card away for a while. If you don't, review it more often. Flashcards help your brain remember words by seeing and practicing them many times. Another important tip is to make your own example sentences with the new words. Don't just learn the meaning of a word, use it in a sentence. For example, if your new word is delicious, you can say, "The cake is delicious." Writing or saying sentences helps you understand how the word works and makes it easier to remember. You can write these sentences in a notebook or say them out loud. This also helps you practice grammar and speaking at the same time. Finally, try to use new words when you speak or write. Using words is the best way to remember them. When you talk to yourself, practice conversations, or write messages, try to include the new words you learn. It can feel difficult at first, but the more you use the words, the more natural they become. Remember, vocabulary is not just for memorizing, it is for communicating. To sum up, learning vocabulary is easier if you learn a small number of words every day, use flashcards, make your own sentences, and practice using new words in speaking and writing. These simple steps will help you remember words longer and improve your English quickly. Keep practicing your vocabulary every day, and you will see how much your English grows. Create a daily English routine. Now, let's talk about one of the most important keys to improving your English: creating a daily English routine. Learning a language is like building a house. You need to work on it every day, even if only a little. When you practice regularly, your skills grow step by step. So, how can you create a daily routine that helps you improve your English at home? First, try to practice a little every day, about 15 to 30 minutes. It's better to study for a short time every day than to study a lot one day and then nothing for many days. When you study regularly, your brain remembers better and your English improves faster. Even 15 minutes is enough if you use your time well. You can listen to a podcast, read a short story, or practice speaking. The important thing is to make English a daily habit. Another good idea is to combine different skills in your practice. For example, you can listen to a podcast and then repeat what you hear out loud. Or you can read a paragraph and then try to speak about what you read. Combining skills like listening and speaking, or reading and speaking, makes your practice more effective. It helps you use English in many ways, just like real life. When you do this, your brain connects the skills and you learn faster. One way to practice speaking and writing every day is to keep a diary in English. You don't have to write a lot, just a few sentences about your day, your feelings, or your plans. Writing a diary helps you think in English and use the words you know. If writing is hard, you can do this out loud. Talk to yourself about your day or what you want to do. This simple habit improves both your speaking and writing skills. Remember, learning English takes time and patience. Be patient with yourself. It's normal to feel slow at the beginning or to make mistakes. Small steps every day make big progress. Don't worry about being perfect. Every time you practice, you get better. The most important thing is to keep going and enjoy your learning journey. So, create a routine that fits your life and interests. Spend a little time every day practicing different skills. Listen, speak, read, write. Combine them in ways that feel good for you. Keep a diary or talk to yourself. And most of all, be patient and consistent. If you do this, your English will improve more than you expect. Final tips and motivation. As we come to the end of today's podcast, I want to share some final tips and motivation to help you on your English learning journey. Learning a language is not always easy, but with the right mindset and habits, you can make great progress. Remember, every learner makes mistakes, and that is a good thing. First, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Many people feel shy or nervous about speaking or writing because they worry about errors. But mistakes are actually a very important part of learning. When you make a mistake, your brain learns what is wrong and how to do better next time. Mistakes help you grow and improve. So, the next time you make a mistake, smile and say, "Thank you, mistake. Now I know how to improve." This positive attitude will give you confidence and make learning more fun. Enjoy the process of learning. English is not just a school subject. It is a new way to connect with the world. Try to make learning fun by doing activities you like. If you love music, listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. If you enjoy movies or TV shows, watch them in English. Play language games, join online clubs, or read about topics you care about. When learning is enjoyable, you will want to study more and spend more time practicing, which leads to faster improvement. Another important tip is to set small goals for yourself. Big goals are good, but small daily goals keep you motivated and focused. For example, you can say, "Today, I will learn 5 new words," or "I will listen to 1 English podcast episode." Small goals are easier to achieve, and when you reach them, you feel proud and encouraged to continue. This helps you build good habits and makes your learning journey steady and rewarding. Finally, remember to keep going, even when it feels hard. Learning English is a journey, and some days are easier than others. Sometimes you may feel tired or frustrated, and that's normal. But every day you practice, even for a few minutes, you are improving. Every new word you learn, every sentence you speak, every story you read, all these steps add up to big progress over time. Trust yourself and believe in your ability to learn. You are doing amazing work by listening to this podcast and practicing English at home. So, keep your head up, stay positive, and enjoy your English learning adventure. You have the power to improve every day, and with patience and practice, you will reach your goals. Thank you so much for listening to Real Talk English Podcast. I'm proud of you for taking these steps. Remember, learning English is not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And your journey is just beginning. We have come to the end of today's episode of Real Talk English Podcast. Before we say goodbye, let's take a moment to summarize what we discussed. Today, we talked about easy and practical ways you can improve your English at home. We started by understanding why learning at home is so powerful. It is comfortable, free, and you can do it anytime. Then, we explored simple ways to improve your listening skills, like listening to podcasts, watching documentaries with subtitles, and repeating what you hear. We also covered how to practice speaking when you don't have a conversation partner. You can talk to yourself, record your voice, use shadowing, or find language exchange partners online. After that, we looked at easy ways to practice reading. Reading short stories, news, or blogs about topics you enjoy, and reading out loud to improve both reading and speaking. We also discussed learning new vocabulary step by step. Learning a few words every day, using flashcards, making sentences with new words, and using those words when speaking or writing. Another important part of our talk was about creating a daily English routine. Practicing for a short time every day, combining different skills, keeping a diary or talking about your day out loud, and being patient with yourself are all keys to success. Finally, I shared some final tips and motivation to remind you that mistakes are part of learning, that you should enjoy the process, set small goals, and never give up. Every day, even small efforts help you improve a lot. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate that you chose to listen to Real Talk English Podcast. Your commitment to learning English is inspiring. Remember, practicing a little every day will bring you closer to your goals. So, pick one idea from today's episode and start practicing it. Whether it's listening to a short podcast, reading a news article out loud, or talking to yourself for a few minutes. Every small step counts. I encourage you to keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy your learning journey. And don't forget to come back for the next episode of Real Talk English Podcast. We will continue to explore easy and useful ways to improve your English and help you speak confidently. I'm excited to share more tips and stories with you soon. Until then, keep speaking, keep listening, and keep learning English at home. You are doing a wonderful job, and I'm proud to be part of your English journey. Thank you again, and I look forward to hearing from you in the next episode.